Hello, welcome to my OTSL game in the struggle for the third place of this edition against Scott Senen. We are playing in the system of best of one, which means that this is the single game that will decide who gets the third place and who is not in the best three. Um, and the starting hand is pretty decent. Okay, I got NATO, which will surely be free because of Marshall. I got CIA, but I also got UN. I would like to use UN with Marshall and drop CIA forever, if it's possible. Basically, two possible headlines are socialists and Asia. Asia is probably too passive. I would just go for socialists. All right. Okay. That works. Unfortunately, I don't see any reliable way of fighting for domination in Asia. I have no good events, so I will probably have to drop it whenever possible. Hmm. He headlined captured Nazis, so he most likely doesn't have Middle East, so perhaps I don't need to rush with getting presence there. So my priorities will probably be getting Europe domination, and then dropping Asia, and then getting rid of CIA. That's probably the right order to do things. Unless he drops Europe right now, which is not impossible, then I will probably just get rid of Asia. Second cover. Okay, that's reasonable. So there are several interesting ways to go. There is France, which is up for grabs. There is Malaysia, to be good. There is Spain to get me domination in Europe. I don't really have a playable 2-op, I don't really have a playable 3-op either. So queuing Malaysia is probably not a good choice. So the question is, do I drop Asia or do I fight for Europe? If I fight for Europe, I have to use Marshall for that, which is annoying. If I drop Asia, I let him get away with Europe if he still has it. But on the other hand, if he didn't... Well, if he had Europe, he probably would have scored it, right? Instead of... Well, I'm not sure about that. But I think it's kind of safe to assume. Okay, the thing is that he can't really get Asia domination instantly. I mean, he would have to enter a 2 stability country in Asia to do that, and the DEFCON is at 4, so he probably won't even risk that. So I will just do something like that. Okay, that's interesting. Uh, it kind of suggests Arab-Israeli war in his hand, but I am not sure about that. I will drop Asia because it's not going to get better, and it certainly can get worse. And thanks to the fact that he didn't lower DEFCON, now I can play CIA for letting him get the event, then blockade, and in the AR6 I can use containment, probably to grab Saudi Arabia. Because the situation in the Middle East is, well, doesn't look very good now. Okay, his hand is not impressive. Sure. Hmm. If I let him get the CIA, he will probably just coup Iraq. Which is annoying, because I would like to try cooling Lebanon. Hmm. Of course, the risk is that if I coup Lebanon with blockade, he could coup Iraq with Fidel, and then I would have to use the China card. But well, that is gone, and the probability of that happening is low. And he doesn't know I have CIA, he has no reason to believe that, so I will just try. It didn't work, unfortunately. Mm, sure thing. Now when Lebanon is empty, it means that if he lowers the DEFCON with CIA, I can use one operational point from it to grab Lebanon, which is always useful, especially when I don't have presence in the Middle East. And he'll probably go for the coup anyway, because he doesn't even have Milops yet. And he probably would like to protect Panama, I suppose. Okay, I was right about him being scared of me taking Panama. I was wrong when it comes to predicting what he would do. In this case, I will just grab Syria, and if he wants to coup Iraq, he can, and if he doesn't, I probably can coup Iran with containment, or take France. Okay. Okay, it's him who has problems with getting the Milops, not me. So I will just ignore the coups and take Saudi Arabia. So now breaking my Syrian control doesn't grant him uh, million points from Middle East scoring if he gets one. And Truman is gone, which means that the fight for France will intensify. Alright, that's another decent hand, and it has Purge and Defectors. So, despite the blockade being gone, it's probably the most reasonable option. Alright, now the question is, what do we do? We are pretty rich, and thanks to him being purged, it is not as crucial as usually to enter Korea as soon as possible. So, and he doesn't even have any good coup targets still. So I think I will just use the goal to grab France and let him choose his fate. Because there is just no reason for me to hurry, despite getting decent ops, better than him probably. I didn't get any access cards. Again, no good events for me. So I the good thing about that is that I don't really need to lower the defcon ever, because there's just no need for me to. I don't have anything to protect. Okay, he got pistol. So he tries to wait, just as I did. Alright. What is the plan for the turn? I probably want to hold defectors and space US Japan and play the rest of the cards. So I can start by going to space as well. Unfortunately, he succeeded and I failed. So if he has Suez Crisis, I expect him to space it right now. Taking Algeria is somewhat worth... Whoa! He had it, but he decides to play it that way. Okay. I was about to say that taking Algeria could be worth thinking about, but right now he doesn't have a good coup target. It might have been a mistake to not do that though. Maybe I played a little bit too quickly, because Middle East is the only unscored region, which means that I probably would like to try cooing it anyway. Huh. Okay, so let's start by entering South Korea. And the plan will probably be to event Fidel, then coup Iran with nuclear test ban. Or maybe I will use nuclear test ban to coup before Fidel. Oh, okay, so... and now it's getting even more complicated when he entered Pakistan. And I still can coup Malaysia. There are so many good coup targets for me, and no good coup targets for him. Maybe I don't even need to coup in the Middle East. Maybe I want to be as annoying as possible with the DEFCON stuff. So the thing is that if I use Formosan to coup Malaysia, okay, I think I'm eventing Fidel, and here here's why. That's not infidel. Okay, so here's my thought process. We both have 0 military operation points, and if he doesn't coup, then I can poke at Malaysia with Formosan, which would not lower DEFCON, but grant me military operational points. And if he does lower DEFCON, he has to waste an action queuing something irrelevant, and then I can use nuclear test ban to coup Iran, and he will not be able to respond to that in any way, shape, or form. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Whoa. That gives me 2 extra VPs. I mean, it's not VPs yet, it's military operations. But now if I coup Malaysia with Formosan, I will have enough Nilops and the DEFCON will be high. And he has to lower the DEFCON anyway, because if he doesn't lower the DEFCON, then suddenly Europe control becomes feasible. And here is a funny thing. I could hold nuclear test ban to headline it, which would be pretty funny. But I'm risking failing realignment in West Germany. I'm risking him queuing me in Italy. I don't think it's worth it. So I will just go for Malaysia. That's a good roll. And see if he has a plan of getting military operation points. I could also just break West Germany with nuclear test ban, but I don't think going all in Europe is a good idea while I'm ahead. Korean War. Okay, failed that. And I failed that. Okay. Let's grab South Korea. Let's cut him off. Establishing domination. And let's put a point to either Iraq or Afghanistan. That's the big question. I kind of gave up in the Middle East. That's true. But, well, there are just so many interesting things happening on the board. And there's still Nasser in the deck. So the question is, do I want to make capturing Iraq easier for myself in the upcoming turns by putting one to Iraq, or do I want to threaten Pakistan? And I think I want to threaten Pakistan. He's perched, so every op he has to spend defending against my threats is costly for him. Okay. He decides to lower DEFCON, as I said. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Okay, I have to think it through. It's kind of complicated. Back. Nora. You got East European unrest, Decol, Vietnam, and Comecon. Okay. And I also got UN, I got distal, fortunately. And I got second cover. Okay. What do we have here? Middle East. We will certainly fight for that. Second cover looks like an useful event. The question is, how do I use second cover? There are two possible headlines which will, and the choice of the headline will determine my whole turn. I could either headline Nasser and go hard for the Middle East, or I could headline Distal and just try to protect my how do I put it? Colonies in the third world. So I could also use AR1 to play duck and cover for influence and take Pakistan, but I don't really see a scenario in which it happens. Like, what do I headline? It doesn't really matter if I headline Nasser or Distal, because regardless, I am giving him a good coup target, and I don't really want him to have a good coup target and be able to coup. So I'm not going for that. I'm headlining either Nasser or Distal, and then and then I use duck and cover to coup something. I have Middle East scoring, so I probably will. And he knows I have Nasser, and he doesn't know I have Distal. So I think I will go for Nasser and use duck and cover to coup Libya or Iran, maybe. Maybe Iran is better. I don't know. Maybe Iran is better. Well, the difference is that being in Libya is better after Sadat, and and it is kind of better in the long term because I can get Iran with Iran-Iraq war or with hostage crisis in the late war. But getting Iran is better uh, in terms of Pakistan support against the Arabs against the Indo-Pakistani war. So it's basically a 50-50. They pretty much have to headline Nasser here, right? And then coup. I think I will go for Iran. It's just a gut feeling I have. It doesn't seem to be that much of a difference. Ugh. Yuck. I'm not going to complain though, of course. Yeah, that sucks, but I have generally been lucky this game, so I can stand an instance of pot luck. I'm really tempted to go for China if I have something to fight for in Asia. I don't really have ops and I would like to grab some things. So there is Pakistan open. We will probably close it now, but it's still open yet. There is Indonesia. There is Thailand. And I really don't have enough ops to fight for all that without using the China. And it doesn't seem to be a bad idea overall. CIA is gone and Midwar is coming, so normally in this situation, I mean, if he knew I have Distal, he would surely enter Colombia, and I would be in trouble, even if I used Distal earlier. I'm glad I didn't go for it, because now he may be really hesitant when it comes to entering Colombia, And that's really convenient for me because I don't have enough resources to focus on everything. Okay, now it's his time to be rich. Huh, sure. So I could do something like that to prepare Middle East to be scored for 0, but it probably doesn't make any sense. He will just respond with me with going to Colombia and Iraq, and that would be a disaster. I would both have to protect Thailand, and Middle East will never be drought anyway. So I don't see a point in doing that. The question is, after he took Pakistan and Indonesia, am I still really convinced of the China card play? And maybe the answer is no. Maybe the order of plays is playing Warsaw to Thailand, then playing Distal, then using Norad to take Egypt and Venezuela probably, and then scoring Middle East, and then playing defectors on AR6. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I would see it. So he'll probably grab Laos because he doesn't know that I don't have Asia. And we'll proceed from there. So let's do that. He has 6 cards, including East European Unrest, Decal, Vietnam, and Comagon. So there is a decent chance he will try spacing decals sometime during this turn, which will be an opportunity for me to... yes, sure. To act. Mm, actually, I think this is the better play. So he doesn't get access to Turkey or Greece by playing independent threats. Chile and Venezuela are a must. And I could be greedy in Central, but I think after he got this decal, I will just block the path in Africa and see what he does. It's because since I'm under the purge effect, I don't really have any chance of fighting the Ops War in the Central America battlegrounds, and in this scenario I can just like grab the African battlegrounds using just the distal influence and don't think about it. If he wants to use a free up, for example, to take Zaire or Nigeria over, then I'm fine with it. The goal, okay. Does he try that or does he enter Colombia? He enters Colombia. Sure. I don't think I can really stop him in Venezuela. I mean, I will probably do something like that. And if he wants to break Venezuela and to let me score Middle East, then by all means, please do that. Although I doubt he will let me do it. I think he will take Iraq. And to both take Iraq and break Venezuela, he would have to have a third 4 up this turn. Which is really unlikely. Especially when I know 3 out of 4. Yeah. Sure thing, bro. Whatever you say. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Forget what I said. Fuck, man. That was a reasonable play by me. He just needed to not have the Marshall Plan. I mean, or NATO, or Japan, but he redrew all of those. They were all gone. Not to be... Mm, I don't want to complain too much because I got 3 for Australia as well. However, that was pretty unlucky. Sure, he'll probably just go for Brazil, boost Venezuela, and the situation in the third world suddenly becomes much less interesting. I mean, from some points of view, it may be more interesting, but it's not interesting in the way I would like it to be. Okay. Yeah. I probably really have to overprotect Thailand. There's no way, no getting around that. Of course, I could grab Venezuela, but he has like 10 good secondary realignment targets. I really don't want to. Uh, I really don't want to make realignments even more profitable for him than they are already. Influence Mexico and oh no, he goes for Uruguay and Nicaragua. Okay, I really need Che in this situation. I really need Che. That's not Che. Okay. I really don't like this hand. Objectively, it's not like terrible or anything. It's probably pretty decent, but I don't feel comfortable playing it. Lone Gunman is annoying as hell. Summit is annoying as hell. Alliance for Progress, Bear Trap, and US Japan are all pretty unplayable. I mean, I could play US Japan, but that would be just giving up. I probably need to headline Gunman here, to be fair. I probably do. I really need to play for ops. And I can't. I could theoretically headline Will Bury You to lower the defcon immediately, or Cuban Missile Crisis. But I. Or, is Cuban Missile Crisis the answer? There's a trick I could pull off, which is if he takes away 2 influence from West Germany to satisfy the Cuban Missile Crisis condition, I can then use Socialist to completely empty the West Germany and deny him any access to any European battleground except for double overprotected France. But what do I do? Then I can't really coup Africa, and in this situation, coupping Africa is really something I would like to do. And like, will he even take away 2 of the points in West Germany before overprotecting it? Nah, I think I'm going for gunman. Whoa. Okay, what do we have here? We have Asia, OAS, puppet governments, one small step. Decol I knew about, OPEC I didn't know about, NATO, and the death squads. Sure. So if he lets me take Pakistan, I will probably take Pakistan. And play US Japan only after he scores Asia. Uh, hmm. Okay, I have no way of getting domination in Africa, but I think I will go for Angola anyway. There is nothing uh, better I can do probably. And now use my resources to somewhat stabilize my position in Americas. If he wants to realign me in Venezuela, of course he can, but then I will threaten his presence in Asia. I mean his presence, his situation in Asia, by flipping the Pakistan. Uh, flipping Pakistan, I meant. Okay. He doesn't let me do that. He just drops Asia right away, which I think is pretty reasonable. So that means I will hold the China card, probably, unless I have to play it. Space, Bear Trap, or Alliance. Hold the other of those two. And also, like, it doesn't seem to be absurd to play Alliance for Ops. I think I could do it right now. And that would be. Because I would consider queuing Colombia with Summit immediately to fight for Venezuela. But in this case, I'm getting rid of an annoying card, which is a plus. I'm breaking him in Brazil, which is always a plus. I'm getting a kind of backup. So even if he realigns me out of Venezuela, I have a nearby influence, so I can go back. And yeah, that just seems really reasonable. Also, it gives me more space in my hand, so I can, for example, space bear trap or not space at all if I think that's necessary. I'm not going to go with the summit coup actually. I think I will use Olympic Games. Colombia is just way too important to use the one up for that. Okay, I was really okay. Actually, I think the gunman was. I mean, I'm not sure if it was a good choice, but it was absolutely. It worked out. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, now thanks to Asia being gone, I can just use that, which is annoying, but well, I will cry about it later when the Asia scoring comes back. Right now, I can just spend the ops and make South America look much better than I thought it would. Why did I say that? Okay, I will probably just use Cuban Missile Crisis to coup Colombia. Like, I'm not letting him realign me out of Venezuela easily, that's for sure. I just can't let that happen. Okay, use puppets for ups, but Jesus! Stop doing that! I hate when Jesus does that. Okay, that probably means I will have to hope that Venezuela just holds. I have no way of reliably getting through that for. I will probably try to work uh, against it when I get chance. And for now, I will just. Well, maybe let's wait a little bit. I will start by Queen Nicaragua because that has a much bigger probability of success than Queen Colombia. And now on my last AR, I will be annoying in Europe. That's what I will do. He has NATO, so it's not like he can't respond to that. Of course, he can. But well, if he responds to a European threat, he at least won't respond to another threat I could pose. So, okay, he overprotects it, but he doesn't get any backup there. So he can't really. If I realigned him out of West Germany, he can't really come back. Which is pretty interesting when you think about it, because I just got sold and how I learned. Alright, boys. I think I'm going for the Europe control victory. I think I am. I think I am. And also, if he headlines Missile Envy, then, well, then there's still not a good card I could give him, honestly. But probably giving him 3 VPs from Nuclear Test Ban isn't that big of a deal. So let's go for Assault. God damn it, I knew it! Ugh. Shit. The worst part about it is not him getting 3 VPs from a nuclear test ban. The worst part about it is him being able to force me to perform realignment in West Germany using Missile Envy, which is a 2-up, and it's super not reliable. Do I have a better option though? I'm not giving him massively more flower power, let's be realistic. So that's not going to happen. Willy has not been played, so giving him NATO. Wait! Wait! Wait, so that will not give him anything, right? NATO will just, like, die. Okay, so at least I don't have to give him any points. That's good. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, actually, NATO is useless. Okay. So, I guess... Fuck. Yes! Oh my god. Okay, okay. We're doing it. We're going for Europe. Whew. Alright, alright. I hope he has Europe in his hand and now he's analyzing if it's profitable for him to drop it right now for -11. Shuttle diplomacy. Italy? That can't work. Oh, Zaire. Sure. Let's just grab it. Please, 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 please don't. Are you serious? I hate this game, dude. Okay. Okay. We need to calm down. Uh Okay. I still have how I learned to stop worrying in my hand. Hear me out. I could I could still there's still a way. But Scopium, I'm never going to get that. Ah, well, fuck me, I guess. Okay, let's stop thinking about Europe for a while. Blockade is just a one-up in this situation. Muslim is good play for an event. I have to get rid of Southeast Asia and I can't discard it with the 5-year plan. Uh, Independent Reds are free. I need meal-ups. Taking all that into consideration, I think I'll start with getting a 1 meal-up and wasting a turn. He events that. That's reasonable. I think that's a good moment to answer the threat and get some value from Muslims. If he has said that, he'll probably play it now. Okay, he uses Artillery War. Eh, sure. So I can't really coup that back either. And using a two-up, which basically is using a one-up because of Salt to coup Panama or Mexico, is just a suicide. I still need 1 mil up anyway. I think I will go for Zaire. It's basically a 50-50 of getting that. Of course it fails, but well. Maybe it was worth trying anyway. He still hasn't uh, realigned Venezuela. He still didn't even try realigning Venezuela. It's interesting. I have 2 plays left, so it's probably going to be Southeast Asia for for scoring, and how I learned to, let's be realistic, probably answer some threats he poses. He still may have Europe, which would be good. Okay, I'm keeping that. He still has OPEC, uh, from cards I know of. Yeah, that's one is probably better. Sure, that's reasonable. Let's drop the scoring for 1 VP. His space is OPEC, to be expected. Okay, what do I do about South America? Green Colombia is completely pointless. I could try to play. I could try playing it safe by spacing the bear trap, and well, the only concern I may have is that if there are like 10 gajillion good blue two-ups, and if I get overwhelmed by them, I think it may be worthwhile to keep bear trap as a mm, defensive card. Let's put it this way. I think it could also be beneficial for me to enter Libya, or at least spread from Egypt somehow. And okay, I actually think I will do something like that. So, Argentina needs overprotection, I think, because I mean Chile is a high stability, hard to capture country, and it will get Allende, so I don't really care. And Venezuela can get realigned down to the ground anytime, so I don't really care about that either. And Argentina is just a crucial country that I have to keep, so I will overprotect that, and I will enter Israel, so I have a safe and a safe access to Egypt, which is potentially useful when it comes to fighting for Egypt after Sadat is played, because we still haven't seen that card yet. Although it's pretty. Mm, hmm. Let's put it this way: Bear Trap and 5-Year Plan are not my two favorite cards to hold as Soviets in the mid-war. I probably would prefer something else. Yes, sir. Okay, he just breaks it, which is reasonable. Okay, those cards are actually not bad. Yep, scoring is pretty good. Brezhnev is... well, I'll think about it in a second. Sadat in the Pakistani war arms race. No junta, no ABM. Those are two bad news. Okay. So when it comes to possible decent headlines, I could either go with Che, Indo-Pakistani War, Brezhnev, or Europe. There's probably no other good card. Can I get countered by something? In Europe, most likely not. So Europe is just a safe scoring I will draw. Do I want to... what do I want to do with China? So, okay. I really like the idea of playing Brezhnev here. It boosts my Che 2 times. I mean, it gives me like 2 bonus ups when it comes to Che. Then I can like, and then I can like play Space Bear Trap, score Europe, and play everything else just for ups. And in my last AR, use 5-Year Plan to discard Sadat, take over Egypt, and have still 1 up to spare. So I think Brezhnev is fine here. I will throw Cultural Revolution back to the deck. The only sad thing about that is that I will probably have to play the Pakistani War for Ops. I mean, now it would be kind of a waste to... Sure. It would be kind of a waste to play it for event. So I will probably not do that. It doesn't have... Well... Really? Sure. Sure thing, bro. Okay, so I will probably do something like that to get some time in Venezuela. The idea is that now, if he fixes Brazil and doesn't break Venezuela, I can go for Che, and then use Che in Colombia, and then probably in Uruguay. And if that works, and it's of course really risky, nothing sure, but if that works, then I can really turn South America around. And if that doesn't work, or he somehow manages to uh, deny me that opportunity, then it's going to be really tough there. And it may even be a reason for me to hold 5-year plan in that scenario. That's a really, really bad news. Okay. That basically disables me from pursuing that plan. The question is, do I just go for Che immediately? Do I wait and score Europe? Or do I just go for Venezuela and hope that he will fail the realignments? I think I have to do that. Or wait, maybe actually let's play it safe. Let's do something like that. So, of course, now his expected value of realignments in Venezuela is huge, but if he fails, and that is not completely unrealistic, then Che may be able to fix everything for me here. And if he succeeds, then, well, I can just fight for the battleground count. For the country count. Defcon is still at 3. Generally, Defcon in this game is pretty high. And I'm running out of good cards to coup. So, Indo-Pakistani War might be one of the last of them. Maybe actually it was better for me to use cultural coup Venezuela, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. And it's kind of tempting for him to, for example, coup Angola, while the Defcon is at 3. Especially with those 4 juicy influence points in Colombia, which probably makes him feel safe about it. Okay, he coups. What does he coup? Oh, if that was a 2. Well, god damn it. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I can wait any longer. We'll just go for chat. Let's say 4 and let's go. Let's say 6. Okay, so Uruguay is like mine forever. That's good. Now it means that if he wants to grab Venezuela, he is free to, sure. But that means that I can grab Argentina. I mean, realign him out of Argentina. And I probably have to use that opportunity, so I will do it. That sucks. And that sucks. Well, what can I say? The annoying part is that I have to start getting rid of obligations I have in my hand, which is namely spacing bear trap and dropping Europe. So if he coups Colombia now, I don't think there is anything I can do with that. If he has South America, he'll just score a domination there because my realignments failed miserably. Events that. Okay, that's not something I expected, but it actually probably gives him a point. First, I'm just going to drop Europe anyway. I don't know, the turn was so intense, and I feel like I'm left with more obligations than I should be uh, stuck with. But on the other hand, I really don't know what I should have done differently. Like, we've both got very good cards. We both fought really hard, especially for South America. So it's not obvious for me what to do in this case. Okay, only Willy Brandt. Which? It's actually okay. NATO is still not in play. Okay, so yeah. So if I do that, okay, am I sure that I want to do that? Yeah, I need to fix too many things. So I mean, I really think I should take Egypt right away, and I want to fix Poland, especially because Truman is still somewhere in the deck, so he will reveal himself soon, and I really don't want to lose my Poland influence just like that. So I think I will take the opportunity to do that. Yeah, he had Truman. That's annoying. Well, it was a 50-50, so... Whoa! I actually redrew 5-year plan with South America. And he got Junta. Yeah, that's exactly the type of hand with which I would prefer to have bear trap. It's just so disgustingly bad. It's abysmal. Jesus. He got Central America, Junta, Kitchen Debates, Nixon, Ask Not. Wait, Allende, Portuguese, and Cambridge 5? Didn't we see any of those? Or did I forget to check it? Oh no, I got Nixon. I got Nixon. It's fine. Okay, so he has Central, Kitchen Debates, Ask Not, A&A, Portuguese, Cambridge 5, and Junta. So he's probably going to headline Junta, because why wouldn't he? Unless he headlines Central. But well. Not Central, I mean Kennedy. But I think he will just hold Kennedy. Why wouldn't he hold Kennedy? Let's go for Quagmire, it's the only reasonable card, so... Okay, yeah, he of course goes for Junta. And he of course rolls a 6 there, because, yeah, why wouldn't he roll a 6? Like, in a free stability country, sure. I can't really even fight for that. So I'm just going to play my hand and then discard South America scoring at the end. I don't think I can do anything about that. It's just... I'm just too poor. It really sucks, but what can I do, really? Yeah, I think I will Space Grain. If he lets me get this one small step advantage, I will. Okay, he's still in the bear trap. I guess that's a good enough reason to. If I use China, no, 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 no. I am discarding South America scoring. I am just going to mitigate the damage of this turn. Get some VPs where I can score them. Okay, that worked as well. Sure. It would have been funny if I knew that he's going to stay in Quack for so long. I could have tried taking Italy, but that's not really something you can ever plan for. Yeah, I guess let's get at least one develop. Ask not is gone. Okay, so Central America will be scored. Let's give him colonials. Because I'm going to do that anyway. Just like I'm just going to give him China anyway. Not much I can do about that. It's of course really lucky that I'm even able to discard South America with 5-year plan in this situation. But I'm paying a fair price for it, I would say. And debates active. Sure. Please, sir. Have some China card. Wait. I think I should. It's more important than Chile, because South America will not be scored soon. Why did you do that? That blockade was free. I guess it's just a matter of habit. So thanks to him playing blockade with UN, I know that his last card is Allende. So I will play one into Chile. So he will grant me control there, and I will finally get rid of that nasty South America scoring. Force of habit. Angola? Whoa, why Botswana? You had nuclear steps. Okay, that was weird of him. Okay, terrorism, socialists. Bear trap now. No, it's too late. Socialists don't grant me anything real. They just look scary, but nothing more. So I think I will just go for terrorism straight away. Okay, that won't work. And Kuzair. That fails if I roll a 1. That fails never. Let's play it safe. Okay. Okay, let's just keep poking. We don't know anything about the fate of African scoring, so he may just as well have it. Okay, he's fighting for that. Is puppets governments an annoying card? Not really, so I can give it to him. Okay. I have to get rid of it someday, so I can just as well do it now. Okay, that doesn't change anything. I think that was a mistake. Or no, maybe it wasn't, because even if I crew, the Africa is still draw. I think it's still worth pursuing. I have nothing better to do with a top card like that. Now if he has Africa, he will surely drop it. He doesn't, he spaces. Alright, I think I could space as well, but first let's take Israel. Liberation. Sure. I guess. The most obvious card I don't want to have in my hand is Tear Down, so let's space it and fail. Which may be annoying, but it also grants me the ability to space Grey. Wait, oh. Oh, okay. So, yeah, it grants me the ability to space Voice of America, I guess, if I draw it. Still something. Unfortunately, I will be giving him AWACS, which is not something I'm glad about. I think I will just go back to realigning Argentina. No red. Okay. That's worrying, but I don't think I can do anything about it. I could break Pakistan, but that's... I mean, if I assume that he has Asia scoring, I can probably just break everything there until he drops it, but I don't think I'm going to count on that. Okay, that didn't work. The thing is that if he had, I think it was a better play because now if he, Jesus, okay. The question is, do I break him there now? I don't think so. He probably would have overprotected. Yeah, getting Saudi is really important, and it doesn't seem like he has Asia. If he has Asia, then good for him. But I really need uh, to secure my Middle Eastern domination. And he breaks it. Sure. Muslim are back. Iranian hostage crisis is huge. In the Pakistani war is really swingy, but if it hits, then it's game over. If I win in the Pakistani war, then it's just GG. It's it's done. Uh, let's try it. I think. Why not? Iranian hostage crisis is also huge, but I don't suspect he will. Yeah, sure. Yeah, please. But sir. That's unfortunate. Uh, let's actually do that. If he wants to take Egypt, he can, but it's still not going to grant him the Middle Eastern draw for long because I can just event Iranian hostage crisis and get it back. And this gives me like 10 million good realignment targets and grants me a temporary African domination. So I think it's worthwhile. Of course, he responds. It's a weak response, so let's ask again. Okay, that's an even weaker question than his answer. So if he has a 4-up he's willing to spend, for example, that one, he can enter Saharan states and take Egypt. Sure. Fortunately, I can flip Iran with my Iranian hostage crisis card, which is good enough. Should be good enough. Space. Sure. I will follow your example, sir. Bear Trap seems like a card I will be playing on AR7 on turn 10, when it's no longer relevant. I think I may actually break Pakistan with Muslim Revolution now. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't have an answer to that. Maybe. Okay. Okay. He just consolidates around an Argentina finally. So let's try it. Now, probably whatever he does, I'm just going to drop Asia scoring first. Just. Yeah, he had it, of course. So there's just no way for me to make situation there better, so I will drop it and give him usury. Well, he can do whatever he wishes. There are still some good scorings in the deck for me. I hope they get drawn by someone, because it would be really sad if the only scored regions were the one which are either neutral or favorable to my opponent. It would be really annoying. But if some of them at least appear, then final scoring looks pretty promising. And wargames are still somewhere to be found, waiting for me to draw them. Sure thing, amigo. Please get your influence. If he just double breaks both of my Koreas, then I guess I will have to live with that. I'm not letting him out of that, and I will just secure North Korea. If he wants to get South Korea, then I guess I have to let him. But breaking of Iran was a little weird, I have to admit. It doesn't even... Why? It doesn't even grant him anything. It doesn't equalize. Okay. That's good to see. IBM is probably the most secure option of all. The most secure option out of all. So I will use it and get purged. Sure. So yeah. Let's defend a little bit and perhaps threaten Nigeria. Okay, now this basically forces him to coup Nigeria back. He just has to do it. There's no way around it. He has to. So after he does, I'm just going to win by war games. That's my prediction. I don't think he can like play around me having war games and let me just have Nigeria for free. That would be insanity. I see no way around that. Unluckily for him, that ends the game. GG! Whoa! Alright, that was an interesting game. And although I didn't manage, I wasn't successful in my pursuit of the OTSL champion title this year, at least I secured the third place. So I guess that's something to brag about. And well, let's hope it goes better in the next edition. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.